Okay, I'm going to be talking about the NOAA website. Here is the homepage that you would get to when you first load it, and as you can see, there's a search box here, and then some frequently used tools and resources that they have available for us. And then if you go over to the left, this is where you really would start to navigate the website. And once you click on one of these specific icons, then it takes you to exactly what you're looking for. So the first thing that I went to was the weather tab, and for the sake of the video, I already have them pulled up. So when I went to the weather tab, this was a resource that I was able to find, and it's all about spring safety and what to do for the change into the spring weather. And relating back to last week's class when we talked about um, what to do when there is a threat or when the weather is unpredictable or we're going through those seasonal changes. And so as you can see down here at the bottom, it goes from anywhere to floods to lightning, tornadoes, tsunamis. Obviously we wouldn't have to rebut some of those there, but those are really good things that you can use to help relate that back to your class, and it's a really good resource for them to be able to visually see what you're talking about or have that checklist or whatever pulled up. And then the second one that I went to was under the climate tab. And when you click this, I found this resource, and it was comparing the seasons of 2020 to 2016, saying that it was the second hottest year. And this related back again to last week when my group was talking about the kindergarten standards, and one of them was being able to recognize weather patterns over time. And I thought that this would be a really good way to kind of explain that. This is obviously a more larger scale of that type of a standard, but it would be something really cool to talk about and see. We just went and recorded the weather for a week, and now we're looking at the different patterns. Here's what happens when you look at weather through a whole year. You can pull up charts like that to kind of help them visualize that this is something that people do in their real life, and that it is important and that it does apply to the real world. And then the last one, this one was from, again, the weather tab over here on the left, and I really liked it because it was weather and atmosphere. And as you scroll down, right here, it's space weather. And so if you click this, it takes you into talking about weather in space and being able to relate that back to the different things you would be learning about the atmosphere and things like that. And so down here at the bottom, I really like that there were educational questions that you could use to address some of those student misconceptions that they might have, but being able to relate and show that the weather is also something that we have to think about in space. Connecting those two terms with our ESS standards would be super, super important.